Hi, so in this video, I will be reviewing the movie Meeting Rocket, which you can watch here on YouTube on Onyi Alex TV. So this movie is about this lady, Ivy, who is being maltreated by her mother-in-law, who claims that Ivy is the one responsible for her son's death. So she just mistreats her, insults her, makes life unbearable for her, calling her all sorts of names. And Ivy is still trying to respect her and love her as mother-in-law, mother of her late husband. But her mother-in-law just not even bothered about how both of them are coping with the loss of her son. Mother-in-law just hates her, keeps accusing her of killing her son, and trying to squander all his wealth and everything. With that happening, this lady Ivy becomes mad. She starts acting out irrationally, screaming, jumping, just acting like a crazy person. This made her mother-in-law so happy, thinking that, oh, karma has finally caught up with her for all her wrongdoings, killing her son. She can't go scot-free, so this is God's own way of vindicating her by striking Ivy with madness. So on the other end, we have this guy Rocket, who is a tout, is a local boy, street boy, he's a thug sha. So he does anything and everything to get by. He steals, he harasses people. Like they know him in the area as an abero, like a proper tout. So with this lady Ivy becoming mad, and with the mother-in-law not wanting people to know what is going on, it brings this guy Rocket to take care of her, just cater to her in her whole crazy state, while she tries to get whatever she can get, whatever she can gather from her son's properties. And like, she doesn't even want Ivy to be better. She doesn't even want to hear anything about them trying to take her for treatment. And she's bringing this guy who she's going to pay to just make sure this babe is in the house and is cared for, while she does whatever she wants to do in getting as much money and property she can. So that is basically this movie. So Rocket and the mad lady have this unlikely connection, this unlikely bond, which is very interesting and funny to see. It's a very beautiful story, a lot of crazy funny moments in the movie, and these two actors actually did so well in this movie. And if you have seen the movie, you can totally relate to what I'm saying. If you haven't seen the movie Meeting Rocket, you definitely should check it out here on YouTube. So now for the actors in this movie, we have Rocket, of course, who was played by John EKANEM. This guy is a very wonderful actor. Like, he delivers exceptionally well any role he takes up on. And it was very interesting to see him, get to see like another crazy side of him, which was also very fun to see. And he's a very talented actor, honestly. And the scenes where you see him speaking broken and being very vulgar, and was just like a menace in his community. He was like somebody that was just causing trouble wherever he went. There was even a particular scene where he and his friend stole live chicken from this woman's compound and had the mind to go and cook it, and they were eating it. So it's just very interesting that despite his situation, despite the kind of person he was, he still had a heart. He still wanted to try and help this girl get help. He still wanted her to get all right, regardless of how much this woman was claiming she was going to pay him for his services. So yeah, so he did so well in his role. Character Ivy was played by Onyi Alex. So Ivy is a very sweet, loving, devoted lady. She lost her husband, I think, in a car accident. And with the way the movie opens up, the mother is always, making life unbearable, insulting her, telling her she can't leave the house, just being a very mean woman. But through it all, Ivy never, spoke back. Ivy never lashed out at her. And it was also interesting to see the flip side of it when she couldn't take it anymore, and when she, just poured out her heart and exposed everything that she was hiding in regards to her late husband. And yes, so it was also interesting seeing her as a crazy person. It was very funny, the whole biting, shouting, and the dynamic of her character and John Ekanem's character was very interesting to watch, because this babe is a 10 over 10 actress, and she delivered exceptionally well in this movie. And of course, we have the mother-in-law, who was played by CHIOMA NWOSU. This woman was so mean, so bitter, so angry, so vindictive in this movie. She delivered on that performance very well. Because you'll be like wondering, like, didn't the two of us lose somebody, like, oh yes, you lost your son, but me too, I lost my husband. But the momsy was just making it seem like no, she actually saw this girl kill her son, and now getting to find out that oh, it's actually this girl that made your son who he is. Like everything you think your son has actually belongs to this woman. So it was just very sad to see how, you know, she let her grief, you know, turn her into somebody very ugly. She didn't want to open her heart up to this girl. She didn't want to understand where this girl was coming from, and just basically hated her essentially because of the lies, you know, the son had fed her with in regards to everything. Sha. But CHIOMA NWOSU is a brilliant actress. Then of course we get to see Rocket's friend. I think his name was Shaggy or Shegu or something. Sha, in this movie, he was played by Onyii ADDAE. You know that guy. Like I don't know how, you know, when Alex came about these two guys acting together as fellow touts, thugs, gangster boys. You know, it was really, really interesting to see that mashup because they did so well. The two of them were like Tom and Jerry. They were like the two rascals of the community, you know, just causing chaos wherever they went. And he did his thing, of course. So some other people will get to see in the movie, we get to see the gatesman, who was also a very funny character as well in this movie. And also get to see Ivy's staff at the office who did good in his role. Then like that is pretty much it for the performances in this movie. All the actors gave us a top-notch 10/10 performance. They delivered on their role and they told a very, very interesting story. It was just interesting to see the dynamic of this tout falling in love with a mad person. Like, you know, it's only in a movie something like this can actually happen. If you're also curious to see what exactly led to this lady becoming mad, like did her mother-in-law do something to her, or is she actually being punished for, you know, killing her husband? So if you're curious to see what exactly is the reason behind her madness, then you should check out the movie. The movie had a lot of, you know, funny scenes. The movie had a lot of scenes that would just have you smiling, from the parts where he had to watch, like, clean her pee, clean her poop, to bathe her, to start feeding her, and you know how all the tantrums she was throwing, to him naturally seeing that this baby is a fine babe, oh, and she was just entering his eye, but he had to control himself and all of that. It's not a serious movie, but it has subtle, you know, things you can pick up on, like things you should take away from the movie. Essentially, everybody deals with grief differently, but don't let that turn you into somebody you're not, and just act out of character and just be a good person, essentially, and just like treat people with love, which is something Ivy's mother-in-law wasn't doing for her. She was just turning her grief into a weapon of hate being targeted at this lady. But yes, so that is it. Only Alex did a very good job on this one. And if you're a fan of her movies, then you should definitely check out this movie. If you're also a fan of John EKANEM's movies, then you should also check out this movie. And I also like the combination or the dynamic mashup between these two actors. They did so well, like they acted so well and they complemented their roles perfectly well. And if you've seen the movie, do share your thoughts down in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, like this video if you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.